In this first video, we're going to explore how to set up your document for creating a perspective drawing. So here I am in Illustrator. I'm going to go up under File and New. And in this new document, I'm going to choose a print profile, letter size, and I'm going to make it landscape rather than portrait, so wider than it is tall. And I'll hit OK. So here's my document. I'm going to start off just by saving it. So I'm going to make a new folder on my desktop here called 2-point perspective. And I'll just maybe call this example 1. Okay, so we need some of these necessary things for a perspective drawing. So we need a horizon line and then 2 vanishing points. So for the horizon line, I'm going to use the segment tool. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to maybe I'm going to make sure that I have a black stroke here on my object. So I'm going to draw out my horizon line. In this example, I'm going to go about halfway through the page, and I'm going to extend that horizon line past the page. Then I'm going to grab my type tool because I'm going to make my vanishing points with an X with the type tool. So with that type tool, I'm just going to click on the screen somewhere and write a capital X. Then what I'm going to do is move that X, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to move that X onto my horizon line. So there it is. Now a shortcut for making a copy, because I need to make a vanishing point on the other side of the page, I'm going to hold down Option on my keyboard and drag this X. So you will notice when I hold down Option that my cursor gets a second arrow beside, so it becomes a double-headed arrow. So I'm going to hold down Option and pull this X over to the other side of the page. So now I've got those 3 points. Now the horizon line and the 2 vanishing points, I don't want to ever move. So I'm going to lock those things down. So I'm just going to have my selection tool here, and I'm going to, from a blank part of the screen, I'm just going to drag out a marquee around everything that's on the stage or on the page. That's going to highlight everything at once. Okay, so once I have everything highlighted, I'm going to come up under the Object menu, and I'm going to go Object, Lock, Selection, because this is the thing I have selected right now. Okay, Object, Lock, Selection. And once I do that, then these objects, I can't move them around anymore. So the last thing for the setup of the page is I need to make my vanishing lines, my guides I'm going to use to fade all of my objects back to the horizon line. So I'm going to use my line segment tool again. This time I'm going to give my my stroke color something that I might not use so much. So actually it was black before. So I'm going to come over to the swatches panel here on the right hand side, and I'm just going to choose some color I'm not likely to use in my design. So I'm going to choose this bright pink color. Okay, from there, I'm going to start in the middle of my X and drag out a line. Now, it doesn't matter how long this line is or in what direction that it's pointing, because we're going to be using those and moving them around. I'm going to do the same with this other X and pull out my second vanishing line. Always a good idea to save along the way, so I'm going to go File, Save. And now this document is all ready for working with our first object. So you'll be able to watch that in the second video.